I first got involved with food growing just as a market gardener. I wanted to provide for my own needs. I couldn't see what the point was to very much else to be doing in the world. But one of the basic things that we all need is to be able to eat. So I started growing as a market gardener, and one time I came to an open day at the Irish Seed Savers and did a tour around the gardens. And I was absolutely entranced with the work that was going on here and the stories of some of the plants and the crops and the seed. And so I came into the Seed Savers, and just from the very beginning I knew there was something very magical and special about working with seeds, and that's still with me today. Seeds are at the base of everything. We can't grow any food at all without a seed. That's where everything begins. And however high-tech the spectrum of biotechnology gets with our food and creating food in the lab and creating plants in the lab and creating special genes in the lab, really at the baseline, everything still has to start from a seed and producing the seed. And it's something that often gets forgotten. Where does that seed come from? Well, of course, that seed comes from the plants, and we are also in charge of being able to grow that seed. So taking a seed to grow a plant that goes to seed, and harvesting that seed is exactly what we do here. Every year, year in, year out. And we mostly do it for our food crops, the food crops that are most known to us and most usual to us to eat. So we have a whole spectrum of things here, from something like the potato, the cabbage, the swede that would have been very traditional food here in Ireland, to the things that people really enjoy now, like tomatoes, cucumbers, squashes. So we kind of do a whole spectrum of things that enable other people to get our seed, either by being a supporter or buying our seeds, so they can grow these things in our garden. Together with the seed, the other thing that you need to share is also the knowledge and the know-how, and how to grow those seed, but also how to become seed harvesters yourself. Because, you know, most people don't know that. Even most people that are growing food don't know that. In the locale here around Seed Savers, there's a good few people who have small farms or market gardens, or even just gardens, that are involved in a relationship with Seed Savers and actually growing seed for themselves and growing seed for Seed Savers to have on their website for other people. And that's the kind of thing that needs to ripple out and expand. There's maybe only 20 people involved in it so far, but hopefully in another year, when we do a bit more training, there'll be another 10 people, and then another 20 people, and then in other parts of the country the same can happen with little seed hubs. And it's just such a good feeling to realise, you know, you're passing on these skills to the next generation, and hopefully the generation after that, and that they will spread out further and further and on down the generations in as many places as possible. That's my vision for the world, that we all become seed savers. We all grow a little bit of food, and we'll all be all right in that scenario.